We're on.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to this amazing and great webinar here. There's going to be many presenters and speakers. We're going to have a few of us coming on here talking about what this opportunity has done for us, MyEcon, what it's been doing for all of us. I'm going to share my testimony about how this business has completely changed my life around. And like I said, we'll have a few other people showing their testimonials and sharing their results with MyEcon and how this business is done. So before I kick it off and before we get going, what I want to tell you is turn off your phones, disconnect everything, get away from Facebook, take away all the distractions, and make sure you watch this entire video. We're going to be sharing with you what MyEcon has done for each one of us specifically and how it's changed our lives. So I want to kick it off by saying, look, here in the U.S. right now, we're facing tough and it's just something we've never seen before. The government shut down. This time of the year, you've probably gotten your credit card statement and you've gotten all these receipts and statements from all the money you spent in December and throughout the holidays. And I know times are tough. I see it. I see it in the news. I see it in many places. I just actually was watching one news saying how, families don't have money to pay for child's needs because, one of them is a furloughed employee from the government shutdown, and that's tough. Well, the reality of it is this business right here that we're going to give you some testimonials is to help in those specific situations. My life completely changed around. About 8 months ago, I was literally driving for Uber and Lyft part-time just to make ends meet because last summer of 2017, I actually was laid off from my job. I was in the corporate world for 14, 15 years, but thankfully I found an opportunity I found this opportunity here that changed my life forever. And look, I've only been doing this 2 years and a couple months. I'm not a guru. I haven't been doing this much very, very long. I consider myself a newbie because, 2 years and in a couple months is not a long time. That's, I'm no master or professional or anything. I just work very, very hard until I attain what I want. And in these 7.5, 8 months, this business has changed it around for me. I'll share my screen and I'll show you what personally this has done for me, just sharing this opportunity and what this business is. So I'm sharing my screen here. Yep, it says I'm sharing it. And I'm going to log into my back office. So this is the back office here of MyEcon. I'm going to refresh it by clicking on BMC Home and share with you why my life has changed forever thanks to this opportunity. I'm no longer driving Uber and Lyft, because I was blessed to find this amazing opportunity that's not only helping me increase my credit, it's also paying me a very good commission every single week. If I zoom in here, here's my most recent paycheck. I actually just received this updated today, and I'm going to get paid this tomorrow. Today's the 24th, and this paycheck will come into today. Now, year to date, this year so far in January, I've generated almost $5,800. That's so far. That's just January. We still got one more week in January, and you see that I've generated just under $6,000. Better yet, I joined this opportunity in kind of the end of May, beginning of June of last year, and I'll share with you here what I was able to do last year. There it is. There's the number, $98,060. If you add the additional $5,000 from this year, that's about $104,000 that I've been able to generate thanks to MyEcon. Now you're wondering, well, how did I do that? How does that work? I believe no longer I'm sharing. How was I able to do that? It's very, very simple. When I started 2 years and a few months ago, I ran into different business opportunities where realistically they showed me and I learned how to leverage social media. Today, you or many of you, if not you, the majority of the population spend 2 to 4 hours a day on social media, which is ridiculous. Some people don't have a job that they stay at a job that long, but they're on social media at time. So what I do and what we teach you in the team is how to leverage social media to share this amazing opportunity. Now, you might wonder what this opportunity is. I'm going to let a few of my other business partners talk about what this business has done for them personally for themselves, but I'm going to share a little bit more about what it's done for me other than the income side. $104,000 in less than 8 months is a good amount of money. Actually, it's a great amount of money. The last reports I saw, I believe most middle-class Americans and most people in the U.S., most family in the U.S. are typically making between $36,000, $50,000, $55,000 a year. That's in 12 months. I just doubled that in less than 8 months with this opportunity, leveraging social media and just sharing this with the world and sharing this with people who follow me and people who also will be interested in this opportunity. The other thing I was able to use is this business also shows me how to improve my credit. I talked about getting laid off last summer, summer 2017. I was driving for Uber or Lyft. There were bills that I unfortunately wasn't able to stay up on top of. But fortunately, thanks to this business, I'm able to leverage many of the rules that are out there for me to dispute and remove negative or old items off of my credit report. My credit score has increased by over 100 points in the last 7.5, 8 months since I started this business. Realistically, it's probably within the last 4 or 5 months since I started implementing the strategies within the business, because at first I was primarily just promoting and sharing this opportunity in order to make the $104,000 you guys just saw me make in the last 7.5, 8 months. But also there's a W-4 adjustments that some of my business partners, if they're on here, they'll share here in a moment, as well as investment strategies. I've been able to make that amount of money. And what I'm also doing on top of eliminating my debt, which is something that teaches you how to eliminate your debt and get out of debt, I've also used it in order to invest in specific mutual funds, stock options, different markets out there in order to make that money, make more money for me, because that's what the wealthy know. In all reality, before I pass this on to the next speaker, what I'll tell you is this business, on top of generating me all that income, is teaching me the things that the wealthy know. You don't learn many of these strategies or any of these strategies in conventional school. School these days do not teach you balancing checkbooks, how to become wealthy, how to run and have great credit, or how to improve your credit, or how to maintain a stable and healthy financial life. That's what this business will show you, on top of also generating in you thousands, hundreds of dollars a week, or tens of thousands of dollars a month. So with that, I'm going to see who we got here to share their testimonials. Right now, I don't see anybody else. Freddie, where'd everybody go?
Sorry, no, my mic was muted. Guys, look, in this world, I don't know what happens. We usually run this thing pretty smoothly. We just having some technical difficulties tonight. We usually invite normal people on that are just in the business, having results to share with others. And for some reason, they're having some problems getting on the call. If you've seen one of these other calls, usually we have like 8, 9, 10 people. Sometimes we got to kick some people out. But I just don't understand why they can't get on the call. But look, it doesn't matter. Me and Dios are here for now. And just to tell you a little bit about myself, if you guys don't know who I am, my name's Alfredo. I've been in the industry for about 6 years now. But before I got started in this business, I was literally down to like my last dollar. This is a true story. Me and my wife and 5 children at the time. Yes, five, right? 5 children at the time. We were collecting food stamps just to feed our kids. We were living, I wouldn't even say check to check, because I had quit my job at some point because I was trying to pursue the online business. But before that, we were on food stamps. I was working, preparing taxes. I was on overtime. I was really just getting by, trying to support my family. My wife was working as well. And the sad part is, and when reality started to hit, was that I was working these long, long hours just to support my family. And by the time I come home every night, my kids were sleeping. They were in bed. So I missed a lot of nights trying to help them read their books, trying to help them with their homework, just playing with them, just talking to them, just seeing how their day was. And it really started to take a toll on me. It really started to crush me, knowing that I'm working all these hours just to pay some of the bills, still struggle. And on top of that, I couldn't even have a life. I couldn't even spend time with my kids the way I wanted to. So it was a very, very rough time for us. But, you know, the long story short, I'll tell you the happy ending. I ended up quitting my job. We ended up moving to another state, bringing our family with us. We were still collecting food stamps at the moment. We were still struggling. But I decided to go and venture off into this online business, which is probably why you're here right now. Someone invited you here because they cared enough to show you an opportunity where, just like myself, facing adversity and everything was just against me, I was able to use this opportunity to change my life around. So whoever shared this with you, just thank them because they honestly care about your future and they want to see you change. So, you know, I took advantage of an opportunity like this online, and I went through my struggles. It took me about a good 2 years, a couple of years before I actually started to see some kind of success or results. So here I am, 6 years later. Me and my wife are multiple seven-figure earners. We've earned a few $1,000,000 online, definitely more than one. We're on track to hit 8 figures pretty soon in combination. We're both in the business together, and we were able to move out in a beautiful home that we live in right now, some beautiful toys outside, and just living a very, very different and abundant life, all thanks to this online business. And if you're brand new to this call, look, I encourage you, there's a button right below that says learn more. You can simply hit that button, find out exactly what this opportunity is all about. If you're convinced that this is something that you want for yourself and your family, then you could just go straight to the below that and it says sign me up, and you'll be ready to go. And the cool thing is, whoever shared this page with you will get the credit for showing you the business, and you will be in partnership with them. So that's what's really awesome. So you get to come hang out with us once a week. Let us tell you more about this business. Let us tell you our story and how it's changed our lives. Because really, at the end of the day, guys, it's what this business can do for you. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how much I made. It doesn't matter how much Dios has made. We're just trying to show you what's possible. All right, if you put your heart into this business. But really, what does this mean to you? It means that if I can do it, okay, high school dropout, never went to college, Hispanic, collected food stamps, 5 kids now, 6 at home. All right, if I can do this, then I know that you can too. I know for a fact that anyone that's watching this live stream right now can do this business, because I am not the smartest person in the world. I'm not the most educated. I wasn't given all the golden opportunities. I simply was someone who was sick and tired of being sick and tired of life. And not only for me, but for my family. That's really what drove me to live a different life, is for my family, because I'm just one person, but I needed to provide a better life for my children and everything. So what this means to you guys is that all you have to do is simply make a decision to want to change your life. Hit that button below, find out what this is all about, or just get back with the person who invited you, or just hit that button that says sign me up. Whatever you decide to do, get started. Look, there's a low risk in this opportunity. Like, you can literally get started tonight for less than 50 bucks. Less than 50 bucks, you can have your foot in the door with a huge opportunity to change your life. Not, let me mention, because just like yourself, I was watching the video just like the one you're watching. Someone was presenting this opportunity to me, just like we're presenting it to you. And I got involved for less than 50 bucks. And in 6 months, I think 6 or 7 months we've been in this business, been able to turn that 50 bucks into almost $500,000. Okay. Now, results are not typical. I've been doing this for a while, so I understand what I'm doing. I understand the marketplace. But remember, let's take it back a little bit further. I was just like you. I didn't know any of this. I didn't know what the online business was. I didn't know how to market. I didn't understand anything that I do now. But I put in my blood, my sweat, my tears. I put in my sweat equity, and I learned over the years. And if you compare where I am now to where I would be if I would have just stood at my job, busting my ass, putting all those hours in, getting the overtime pay, and we put the same amount of years in comparison together, I guarantee you I would not be much further at the job than like what I am right now, guys. Okay, and that's because I knew there was something bigger, and I wanted to use the online business world to allow me to have that. So guys, that's really my story right now. I don't know what happened to the other callers, but I guess technical. Look, that goes to show you that, look, things happen all the time. There's always some kind of technical issue. There's always some, look, it doesn't matter. But at the end of the day, we're here to share an opportunity that will help you change your life. So with that said, I'll bring it back to Dios. Hopefully we'll get some other speakers on, and then we'll see what happens. They're all getting that error. I don't understand. How did you get on so easy and they came?
I
Part that's bugging me out.
Yeah, fate just had it where they just wanted you and me tonight. So look, you guys got us. Alfredo said a lot of things that I'll piggyback off. And one thing he mentioned that I'll do is I saw, just like what you're seeing right now, the video you're watching right now, I saw a similar video 2 years and a couple months ago. And that video forever changed my perspective, my mindset. Like I said, I was in a corporate world, a success. I was making almost just pretty much six figures with all the benefits and everything I got, plus pay, commissions. And, I didn't have what probably many of you have. I'm going to give you a personal story. For example, my youngest son is born with a disability. And there are many doctor's appointments, surgeries, and things that he needs, he's had. He's doing great right now. So thank you for those thinking, I hope everything's okay. He's fantastic. So I appreciate that. But, I missed a lot of things. And like I say a lot to our teams, and when we're meeting up, I can always make up money. I can always find money, but I can never make up time. I can't make up time that I've missed, but money I can make. And I'll tell you very simple. If I spend $1,000 on this phone right here, I can tomorrow or in a half hour or an hour later make this $1,000 back. But these 19 minutes or 16 minutes or so that Alfredo and I have been here talking to you, sharing our testimony about this specific business, we'll never get those 17, 18 minutes back. No matter what we try, what we do, these 17, 18 minutes we've been here, they're gone. They're gone forever. And that's why I did this leap, is because I knew there was something better. And I knew that there was a way for me to be with my family, around my son, more than at the corporate job where I had to sneak out. I don't know if you guys had the job where you can sneak out, or, you'd always have to ask for time off. You had to ask for permission for this. I'm a grown man. I mean, come on, asking for permission to go to a doctor's appointment, to go to this, to go to that. That just wasn't for me. And look, Alfredo said his story. He's done this for about 6 years. I've been in it just a little over 2 years. And our results, yeah, they're astronomical. They're unbelievable. But there are results, and many people are seeing similar results. Some are seeing smaller, but results are results. It comes down to you and what you do. But it's achievable and it's attainable if you put your mind to it. I'm going to share. It doesn't look like we're going to get any of those speakers, but here's one thing I'll share with you. You might be thinking, again, the button below that says show me more information will talk to you and show you more information about what this is. The button below that, sign me up now, signs you up. And the best thing of all, the way we have our team and the way we work all together, that button will sign you up with whoever brought you here, whoever invited you here. You're signing up with them. You're under us. You're all on one team. We're all one team. We're all one family. We're all here to help each other. But that button below that says sign me up now signs you up with whoever pointed you to this video, which is amazing. It's a great thing. But what I'll do here, seeing we're not going to get anybody else, is I'm going to share my screen. I'm just going to show you our Facebook group here real quick. I'm just going to share just some quick proof and testimony of some of the people on our team and what they've been able to do with this opportunity. Obviously, Alfredo making $500,000 in the same amount of time. I've made $105,000. Those are huge numbers. I know some people can't believe it. Guys, believe it or not, today I have family members who still can't believe I make anywhere from $10,000 to $25,000 a month from home, literally from home, just working from home. I'm not going to say not doing anything, because I do work. It's better work, and I prefer. I can tell you this: I would do what I do now 24/7, then go work 45, 50 hours at a job anytime, any day, because I love what I do. I love helping the people. But for example, here's a post I did just last week, and I'm just going to share some results here. Like, for example, we got Alyssa here. As you can see, she made $362 last week. You can see the results. Yeah, $18, $58, $93, $362. When I started this webinar, I was telling you about the struggles in the U.S. today. There are government people who aren't getting paid because the government shut down. There's actually a news article out there that says that $500 more a month for a family is life-changing. $500. On the flip side, also, there's also reports out there that says and data that shows that most Americans, most family out there don't even have $1,000 in savings, let alone even $500. So, I mean, to see, someone like Alyssa here, on our team member, I mean, $362, $19, that's extra income on top of the other things that MyEcon can do for her. Here's what we call the W-4 adjustments. Here's Kanisha Pennyman, and for example, let me look at. I just saw. Sorry, guys. Like Alfredo says, we're not. This isn't planned. We're just going. We had technical issues. We don't have other people, but we're going to go through this. And for example, here's the difference. Now, I don't know if this is on a weekly pay cycle or bi-weekly pay cycle, but what I can tell you is On this, originally they had $212 of deductions. Sorry, let's not look at deduction. Let's look at taxes. $916 worth of taxes versus $1,200 worth of taxes. The thing is that 80% of Americans taxes.
That black coat, the all black coat needs to be restocked.
I got it. You good? Now you're muted, Dios.
There we go. The reality, folks, is that 80% of Americans, which are you, if you're watching this, MyEcon's available for anyone in the U.S., is overpaying on the taxes. So what this person was able to do is add a little over $300 onto their paycheck. Again, I don't know if this is weekly. I don't know if this is monthly. I don't know if this is bi-weekly, but that's $300 that they added before and after. You can see it on there, how the deductions change, how the taxes change. That's more money in your pocket. The important thing is that realistically, without MyEcon, if you would get an additional $300 to $600 on your paycheck every single month, you would probably spend it on something unnecessary. Well, if you continue using all of the products, the training, and the modules and the education that MyEcon teaches you, you're going to learn that whatever you save and cut out and add to your income is not to go spend on unnecessary things, but to go spend it on necessary things like getting added debt, paying off your car loan, paying off your credit cards, because that'll save you money. Eventually, once you pay those things down, you're now adding additional income every single month into your household, which eventually, when you no longer have any debt, you can start looking at investment properties, investment portfolios, and investing in the Wall Street and the stock market and doing things that the wealthy do. But right now you're caught in the rat race or in the hamster wheel because you've never been taught the things that MyEcon can teach you. And that's just a couple of the proof that I'll show you. It looks like we've got a few more people, so I'm going to go ahead and stop talking and let Chad share his story on what he's been able to do, I believe, with the W-4 adjustment. So Chad, go ahead.
Dios, appreciate you. Man, it was a struggle getting on here. I don't know what I did to get here, but I'm here. And don't ask me to explain it because I don't know. I'm not that savvy. Obviously, I had trouble getting on. But, hey, for those who are watching, my name is Chad. I'm active duty Army, 14 years, 15 years in April, doing the government's work overseas and here in the States. About 6 months ago, I got locked in with MyEcon through a friend of mine. Look, I'm telling you right now, I was skeptical. I didn't believe it. I didn't think the stuff was real. I was that guy, okay? But I'm here to tell you that the 5 income shifting strategies that we teach here in MyEcon, the W-4 is the one that impacted me the most. I shifted $313 in 1 month per month since August into my paycheck. Those were my wages I put back into my pocket, and I have shifted that to my wife's car payment, and I'm going to own that car in June versus next year. I believe January is when I was supposed to own it. So $313 a month, okay, just by using one strategy in MyEcon, I gave myself a raise. That's impactful because you ain't got to tell nobody to give yourself a raise. You did it yourself. I did it myself. That was huge. On top of that, the credit repair, I am human, and I made mistakes with my credit when I was young. But I'm learning now from MyEcon strategies. I'm correcting my credit, and it's going up. It's going up, and it's going up. Okay? It's got nowhere to go but up because MyEcon, it's kind of like going to the gym. When you go to the gym, you start feeling like eating better, and then you start getting more fit because you don't want to eat that crap because you're putting so much work into your workouts. Same thing when you come into MyEcon, you start learning how to be financially responsible, and you don't want to spend your money on that crap frivolously. You want to spend it on your bills and paying off debt and being financially free. So look at it that way. You need to take the plunge. You need to plug into that button that says get started now, whoever invited you here, and you need to get started learning how to be more financially responsible. And in time, you will be financially free. You will pay off debt. You'll make more money a month, make more money a week. I mean, I love getting paychecks every week from MyEcon. Everybody says, hey, man, I get paid next week. I said, hey, I get paid Friday, every Friday. That is awesome. I love it when I get paid every Friday from MyEcon. It may not be but a couple $100, but shoot, a couple $100 every Friday. Who wouldn't want that, right? But it doesn't come overnight. Okay, you got to work at it. But the point is, you got to get started. All right. So stop listening to me. Push that get started button down there. All right, and get started, because you ain't gonna make no money. You ain't gonna be able to shift your income. You ain't gonna be able to better your credit unless you get locked into this system and get started. Appreciate you letting me get on here and share. Freddie, Dios, whoever wants to introduce the next speaker, I appreciate you.
We'll let Tanya. Tanya, you got a quick testimonial there to share? Thanks for joining. Thank you, Chad. Tanya?
Google's on some shit today, huh? Yeah, real life drama. These are problems we face. Make money and have Google Hangout problems.
She's frozen. She's frozen. Well, I guess we're going to be ending it. Before I pass it Alfredo to end us and take us home, because I don't think Tanya's there. Look, guys, what I'll say, the last thing I want to add and say, Chad mentioned a few of the cash flow streams, the cash ways you can make money with MyEcon. The last thing I'll tell you is, as a W-4, as a regular employee, you pay the highest tax bracket. So if you have a job right now, you pay the highest tax. That's just the way it is. The way our government, the way our laws are written, you pay the highest tax amount, typically between 28 and 33%. Well, the great thing is when you click that button below and you hit the sign up button now, you become immediately a business owner. Why? Because you're an associate. You are a member. You're going to fill out a W-9. You're going to receive a 1099 at the end of the year. What does that do for you? Well, what that does for you is you're now able to legally write off expenses that you typically have normally. Your gas mileage, your car payments, your repairs, food and meals if you're meeting with customers or clients, your cell phone, your internet bill, if you need a new cell phone, if you need a new laptop, if you need a new device for your business and you need to use it for your business, that's all a tax write-off. You can actually even pay up to $12,000 for your children and hire them in the business. I'm not going to go too extreme, but what I'll tell you is, on top of, for just $49.99, for less than $50, you can become a business owner. And now, not only are you able to add income and make money with this amazing opportunity, but you're also going to you'll fall into the lower tax bracket of a business owner, where you can pay only down from 15, 16, 17% up to the high of 22, 23% of taxes. Versus, again, your job right now where you're likely paying 26, 27 on the low side up to 33%. So I just wanted to add that on, because there really isn't any business out there that you can start for less than $50 that will allow you to then start writing off your taxes. So just wanted to add that additional thing. Alfredo, I'll let you go take us home.
All right, awesome. So guys, you hear me, right? Because I know this thing is tripping out today. All right, so here's the thing. We've been on for a while. We don't like to come on too long. We just really like to get down to brass knuckles and just really show you guys what this means to you and how you could change your life. But here's one thing I want to point out that I don't hear too much, on these calls, and probably you either. You've probably been on a couple of calls. You've probably been introduced to a couple of opportunities, but there's maybe some things that you haven't heard. So I want to show you something real quick, guys. I want to show you how real not only this business is, but how real we are. So let me see. How do I share my screen? Okay. Okay, you see my screen?
Yes.
Awesome. What is it showing? My MyEcon reunion?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. So here's what I want to show you guys. Guys, we did in a live event back in November 2018, which was about a little more than 2 months ago. Going on 3 months, we did an event in Vegas, and then anytime you can go to this site, all right, MyEcon reunion. I'll probably put it in the chat underneath this video that you're watching. I'll put it in the comments. You guys can see for yourself. I want you to see, if you play this video, you should see how our experience was at the Las Vegas event. Guys, this stuff that we do is not cheap at all. Okay, we rented out a mansion. We had some of our members stay. We had all these vehicles with us. We had professional videos done, professional photography done. Everything that we've done here was all paid for through this very business. Okay, so we are real people that can really make this lifestyle that you desire happen for yourself. And we prove it right here. We show you what we did in Vegas. But that's just a short clip. Actually, the reason why I'm sharing this website with you guys, MyEcon Reunion, because this actual event is for current members only. But what I encourage you to do is check this out and decide if this is something that you want to be a part of. Okay, so if you look here, we're actually going to have our next event where we're going to be with multiple 7, 8, and even 9-figure leaders, all right, at this next event in Orlando, Florida. So if you're watching this live stream right now and you happen to be anywhere in the Florida area or anywhere, doesn't even matter. You could be in Utah somewhere and you're willing to travel. If you're willing to come down to Orlando, Florida, okay, in the beginning of March, you'll be able to meet us in person, guys. Okay, you'll be able to meet us in person and actually see and discover more about this business and us as individuals. So it's actually going to be at the Hilton Orlando Lake Vista. Obviously, you're going to need tickets to attend this event, but everything is on this page, guys. So what I encourage you to do is get started with the business right now for less than 50 bucks, and then just go all in and get over to the event. So not only are you going to meet myself, Dios, Chad, who, let me show you right now. We actually happen to be speakers at this event. You can see right now. So with your 6 and 9-figure host, we have the founder and CEO, Mr. Ivy Stokes, who's going to be there, and we have some other speakers as well. There goes myself and my wife, and we have many other 6 and 7-figure earners are going to be speaking on this event. There's Dios right there, and there's Chad as well. So guys, this is the real deal. Like, we're real people with real stories. As well, we're going to have a mansion that's available for VIP guests only. This mansion is a $10 million house, 25,000 square feet, with about 14 or 15 bedrooms. It has 2 elevators. It has a big lazy pool in the back with also a pool outside of one of the bedrooms. It has an indoor arcade garage. It's ridiculous. This is the pool. But again, at any time, you can go to this website, myeconreunion.com, and see for yourself everything that I'm talking about. This is the indoor arcade. So guys, I want you to see and witness the lifestyle that this business is able to create. Like, I actually enjoy playing racquetball. So this house has an indoor racquetball court that we can actually play. So if you happen to be one of these people that are watching the video and you decide to get started with MyEcon, you can also have the opportunity to join us at this event, get to witness and discover a lavish lifestyle for a weekend, you know, and really understand what it is we do and why we do it, guys. So I just want to show you, so this is a video that's 5 minutes long, and this actually goes more into detail on what happened at the event, guys. So I'm telling you, you're going to witness a life-changing movement that you probably have never seen before, guys. So instead of me playing this video, you can go to the website, you can play it yourself, and you can actually see more footage from the event in Las Vegas. And again, you can learn a little bit about our speakers, and then you will have an opportunity to purchase a ticket to attend the event. But you must be part of the business first. But I encourage you, get started, get over to the event, get to Florida, hang out with us, meet us in person, and really take that leap forward to change your life. So that's all I wanted to add to this call, guys. I hope you appreciate it. Again, the site is myeconreunion.com. And then, of course, if you want to get started with the business, all you got to do is simply hit the button below this video where it says get started now, and you'll be halfway there into getting involved in this program, guys. So let me stop sharing my screen for a minute.
Awesome.
You guys see me?
Yep, we see you.
How do I look?
You're sitting. I see. What do you mean how you look? You look good.
All right, thanks. All right. So we have any other
supposed
people
to
that are
answer?
coming on, or we're good?
No, that's it. I think that's everybody. Thank you all for watching. And again, at any time, you guys can click that button below to get started now. The great thing is you'll start on our great team with the person who pointed you and sent you to this video. So that's it. Thank you, guys.